Good evening. Today is the 12th of July 2023. Our second day in Longyearbyen, Spitsbergen, Svalbard, Spitsbergen. So this episode we left Tromsø in quite warm weather, sunny, and went quite far north in Norway. And you find a very nice place called Skjervøy, and that's where we left when we went north. And the rest you can see in the episode. Yes, now we're here to show our passport at the border control before we leave Tromsø. So, back from police station and border control. Svalbard doesn't belong to Schengen, so therefore you should show your passport before you leave. There is a small thing. They have taken bath from that place. Been I think 4 days or something, 3-4 days here in Tromsø, and all hours on a day they take baths from there. 4 o'clock in the morning we wake up, some young kids are having fun. Nowhere to fuel up here, so we go to Skattøra, 3 nautical miles north of Tromsø. Heading below the bridge, some yellow thing. Half an hour later something, we are in Skattøra. There's a diesel pump. Now we are topped up our diesel fuel. Some hours with engine in the fjords and when there is no wind. No time to just laying too long, so that's the way it is. And you see, super summer, Tromsø, very soon north 70 degrees. Kind people in the marina, they lend me some, is it washer or something in English? Skivor på norsk och brickor på svenska, Swedish. Thank you. Tight here. One boat ahead in the stern, and just now one in the bow. Here is more activity than one might imagine. We are very close to north 70 degrees now. Here we have some towing. There might be hard to see, but a small boat. Couple of persons out fishing. We won't see it probably on the film, but in the middle there is also a small boat fishing. And it's very close to midnight, if I didn't say it also. This is the one who's getting towed. We have about 7 nautical miles left to anchor place. Time is close to midnight. There I think it is. Just there you see it. Perfect. Felt good. We are feeling very privileged. We can sail here on our own keel in this latitude. Here we see Tromsø, and we're gonna anchor here. This is how it looks. North 70 degrees. Wind is beginning to die, but it was quite rough wind just an hour ago. More or less whole Norwegian Sea from the north had free passage in the sound. Yeah, you see below the sound actually, and we came from there. So often in Norway the mountains block the wind. No timetable actually, and just can do what we want. And yeah, we want to do this. Change of heart again. But you see, the weather was so fantastic I was not tired, and we find another place, Skjervøy, I think the name is of this village. I mean, we are quite far up north, and there is just big society again in one of the islands. Now I want to see if I can find a place more, as usual. Eva is down sleeping. Wow, huh? Just look at it. How does it become more beautiful? Green, flat water, sun, snow, warm. Time is now 4 in the morning, so maybe there could be a spot. I think I go for that one. There is several places you can choose here, but I took a chance and prepared my port side, and this time it worked. Just put out some fender, and now we go in for landing. A bit zoom from the other side also. This side. Slow and easy. One motorboat, but that will be perfect. Just a couple of meters more, I think. Light reverse. Then we might find a small bollard. Just going ashore. Yep, this was good. You can reach this one. Almost. I have to get it in a little bit. There is it. So, a little pause from filming. One more rope to take back. And then we are home safe. Once a time, it's just to clean all the salt from the little bit rough weather a couple of hours yesterday. This is Pegasus from New Zealand actually. But Mark and Fran, they bought the boat in Europe. Made in stainless steel, not usual. They also heading to Svalbard. They go top up now, and then they go to anchor tonight. And I hope to see them there. The routine and prepared some lunches for the following days. Okay, now we're letting off the last mooring line. Next time, hopefully, Longyearbyen in Svalbard. Loose. Now we are loose. Leaving top-notch harbor and marina Skjervøy and heading to Svalbard now. See you in a while. Little bit wet. We didn't know that could be rain in Norway, but today there is rain, fog, and maybe some fog also, yes. First night, 1 o'clock in the night. Been on the road for a couple of hours, so we both sails up and doing about 3 and 4, sometimes 5 knots. Strangely enough, it's the wind is coming from northwest, something. Should be northeast. So I'm suspecting that we should tack in a while. Just now it looks like we have 5 days of quite good weather. When it changes to more northeast, then it should be northeast or east, and the wind with us, yeah, for more or less 4 or 5 days. Sometimes maybe even calm. So we haven't decided yet if we, little birdie, if we will anchor at Björnøya or Bear Island. It's half the way to Longyearbyen. I have some friends, my little brother and Carl-Johan, my former colleague. They are supporting me with weather information and suggestions from back home in Sweden. Yeah, actually, Carl-Johan is in England. We have our first orcas this tour. Kind of big family. We can't count them exactly, but maybe 8, maybe 10, maybe more. And we see all the birds, so we're pretty sure they're eating fish, hunting fish now. Second night for us, and the wind has at last changed to easterly. Spotted one whale, not on film anyway, but we spotted it. As we saw on a distance, maybe 100 to 200 meters, a family of orcas. About half the way now to Bear Island. We have not yet decided if we go to Björnøya. Why we haven't decided is like 2 days or something. It should be northerly or northwesterly wind outside west of Svalbard. We have support at home, so I don't think I told you on the weather. So we are discussing it on SMS on our, you have seen the Garmin, maybe in which meaning to, very good actually to make the SMS. Now we do about 5, 6, even 7 knots. Yes, that was also our plan to reach, but due to the event today we had to cancel that. We're trying to take a selfie with Björnøya in the background. Maybe it works. Just woke up here, so you can see it's super foggy. Just to take some picture of dolphins or whales. I looked at port, there the island was, and we saw 100 meters, maybe less, 50, super foggy, and now this. Wow, wow, wow. So later today I will, early in the morning, 3 o'clock now. A little bit later, me and Eva is going to tell you about what happened yesterday and the decisions we have took. Morning, another night. And we'll talk a little bit about some trouble we run into. And decision to make. So if you are in between Norwegian Sea, Barents Sea, between Norway, between Svalbard, and you're beginning to take in salt water. We found in our keel that was water, and did not know where it came from. And after some maybe 15, 20, maybe 30 minutes, we could locate, I think it took 30 minutes actually, we could locate it to hjärtstocken. I don't know that word in English, but the pole that holds the rudder, the steer mechanism. And on the top of that, where the pole, the axle goes down, that was leaking water. And yeah, what to do? Pretty lonely out there, pretty cold, pretty everything is not perfect in that way to have that kind of trouble. I'm not a technical genius either, so I was not sure what it could, if it could get worse. I still am not actually. But I have some friends, my two brothers and one former colleague, and they know a lot of stuff, and they know people. Who told me, for instance, many of us in the Navy know him, Tommy Nilsson, Ystad, and even another friend to call one. So that was discussion about amongst all of them, while me and Eva, we was handling the situation on board, you can say. And there was some good advice that we should turn around, go back to Norway and get it fixed. And yeah, it took a couple of hours or more, this decision, discussion in I think both England and Sweden, people spread out. And yeah, we discussed, we had planned this trip for 2.5 years something, and I put a lot of both money and effort into it, and it was pretty close. But they're not ready to gamble with life. That's so important. Of course it's not. But thinking it through, we were closer to Bear Island. We actually helped there, but it's land at least, shore. And if we pass that one, then we still have it behind until we get closer to Svalbard, southern tip. Leaning a little bit. If we turn back to Norway, it would be longer to land for a longer period. On the other hand, in Norway, it's more easy to fix the problem. Then I guess it would be in Longyearbyen. Anyway, we discussed it and thought it through the best we could, and took a common decision to keep on going. We skipped Bear Island, Björnøya, and Nordkapp. That was a bonus that we didn't plan from. We planned for it, but that was not in the main goals for the trips. So we took the decision to go directly to Longyearbyen because that felt good at the time. So you're back home, you can think about what decision you had taken, not saying this is right or wrong, but it was the one we took. And over all of the years one has done things, ride motorcycle, cycle through Europe, car through Europe, United States, in the work sail, a lot of distance, many different places, all with their own kind of problems who popped up. Many discussions over phones to friends to solve problems, technical or others. And my experience is that somehow it solves it out. So instead of a little bit giving up, go back to Norway. It was on the table. We go to Svalbard. So now we don't know how it will end, but we think we have it under control, and the technical expertise, they think it's a ring or something, don't know that in English either, like a round rubber thing that maybe get a little bit tired. It should be a skvalpskydd, a little bit of protection for water to pop up. And that seems plausible that we get after we have took the decision to continue to Longyearbyen. But it felt good when we get that explanation. We don't know if that is that for sure, but it felt good, feels good. Looking at the shop. Bear Island, we had a marvelous experience of sea. The fog left, and yeah, you see the pen now. Get a little bit close to Spitsbergen, the biggest island on Svalbard. And we'll be flying between 6 and 7 knots. With this speed, we maybe have 1.5 days something to no, have a look on thermometer. It's been out for a while now. Need my glasses. That is 9:10, yes, 9 minutes. Hope you enjoy shorts as I do. Skåne in the south, and Sweden, Norway, and the trip. And we are there now, closing into southern tip of, I haven't measured for a while, so I'm not sure how long it is to southern. I will check it later, 50, 60 nautical miles perhaps, something. And there we are at the moment. A little bit in the distance, but it's not so far in real world. You see Pegasus. A little bit tricky actually. I'm not sure also how to survey this area really are. Moving a little bit slowly. My first anchoring in Arctic. Growler also. Quite big actually. It's a long distance. We are anchored between 2 glaciers. Welcome to Arctic. Midnight. First anchor here. Between 2 glaciers. We made it. Eva will also be on the movie. Cheers. So, now Eva is also with us. Quite happy. Hello Claus, how are you? Now we are quite far up north. North 78 degrees for the moment. And you remember North Pole, 90 degrees north. And we are heading more north in a day or two. And then I have heard something about people flying balloons some 100 years ago, maybe a little bit more. And I heard about many different people at that time try to reach the North Pole on different ways, but in balloon. And even a Swedish guy, André I think is the name. Maybe you can help me find out what André did and how it went for him, and if he discovered the North Pole. And if he did not do that, who did first? So that's the two questions I would like you to help me find out the answers for this time. I think it has with Svalbard to do.